Hi everyone, hi every spirit, Daria here. I wish you are enjoying your day. Make sure to check out my description down below to check out my new earrings that I created. If you want to check it out, make sure to check the my IG art page. And so I wanted to talk about today is what I want to talk about was the ability for a man to be more consciously aware of just consciously aware in general, more than its female partner is the key to success, or a key to success in the relationship between a man and a female. If you haven't checked yet, I have a video talking about how a female being less spiritually or subconsciously aware than a man can be detrimental to being a female being less spiritually aware than a man can be detrimental for the relationship and not progressive at all, right? And in this situation, in this circumstance, if you are a man, for your relationship with the female to go right, to go in the right direction, you have to be more consciously trained, more consciously aware than your female partner if you want to have some form of more or balanced, but the best would be if you are more consciously aware than your woman, so you can secure your commander, or how should I say it, your going for it nature in the relationship, because you as a man, you first things first, you as a spirit chose a male body. We as spirits obviously choose a female or a male body here physically to represent our minds, right? Because our minds is our first body, and then it is a physical body. So we first created our minds, and with our minds we decided to go more for a more receptive body, or for a more giving body. And we can see that even in the physical, we have a male with a penis and we have a female with a uterus, right? And that is something general. Obviously there might be some exclusions, there might be some androgynous beings that I'm not aware of, but in general we have these two energies, female or feminine and masculine, which then translate into being a female or a male. And for a male specifically is you being able to push out, to express your ideas, express your creativity, express your ideologies, express your morality, whatever it is for you to express, establish, conquer, compete, and have some form of healthy competition going on, healthy expression, and going for it, And so if you are a man, it is important for you to stay up on that, on your own thought, on your own expression, on the way that you communicate with others, and knowing where things, where certain things lead, where certain things make sense, and just be more real in general, right? That is what being more consciously aware is you being more aware of the conscious realm and what we can see, what we can think, what we can see as examples, right? What we can see as some form of reality on which you can build something, right? So that's basically what you being consciously aware is. You being able to make sense out of something and have some form of stability and reality in the world that you're trying to build in is, right? And so when a female encounters or is encountered with a man that is less consciously aware than her, she can become very somewhat pessimistic about reality. She can somewhat take on a lot of responsibilities that her man has, you know, because you as a spirit have all these energies with you, yeah? And so when you come together as two spirits, with a female body and the spirit with a male body, you are building a relationship or a spiritual ship when it comes to a more mental and a more emotional level rather than the physical, right? So you are creating and you are building a relationship and a spiritual ship to move forward together. And what I'm talking about here is you using your body for what it's made for. You created your body for a reason, right? You created a female body for a reason, you created a male body for a reason. And when a female is with a man that is less consciously aware than her, or that shows traits of being mentally weak, the woman can feel quite insecure in the relationship, and the only reason for her to be staying with him is either love or either some form of security, right? There are some females that go with like, oh, I'd rather be with someone than being alone, right? But then it can be way more emotionally exhausting for a woman to stay with a man that is not yet consciously trained enough to be able to make her feel comfortable in being intuitive, in being dreamy, right? Because that's that a woman is way more emotional. She's way more subconsciously aware naturally. That's what we created these bodies for. And when in a relationship, a woman is allowed to be more wiggly, more creative, more how do you say the word, more how do you say it, like you have a spark and you like go for it, you know what I mean? But there's always limits and boundaries to that, obviously. But a woman is more intuitively creative. She's way more not competitive like that, right? She's not like trying to compete with other women or trying to compete with her own man. But that's what can happen when a man is less consciously aware than her, or is not showing up for her the way that she herself feels like you should show up for her, right? So there, first things first, communication. A man should always be more communicative to her female, especially when it comes to these points where a woman may be feeling more insecure or not in touch with reality when she's with you, or when she's in a relationship or spiritual ship with you, because you yourself might not be communicating enough. You might be in touch with reality, but the way that you communicate and the way that you show up does not correspond with her conscious abilities as well, right? So she may be very consciously aware, and your ability to be consciously aware is not there yet, or it is just not being communicated or shown enough for her to feel comfortable. So what she can do is take your parts. She will start working, she'll start worrying about the bills, she'll be more protective of her energy especially when she's around you. She doesn't want you to get in her space because she feels like you are not supportive enough, you know. So there first things first, that there should always be communication. And when I say that you as a man should be more consciously aware of reality in general, is that you should be able to communicate and to make things clear and to make things work in a real sense, so things can go onto the right directions as you are supporting your woman. Because if you want to have success in your relationship, you have to have this balance between the feminine and the masculine, right? So you as a man, you represent the masculine, right? And she as a female, she represents the feminine. So you always want to have this this ability to roll the ball around as you are together, and knowing that no matter how emotional your woman can get, right? Because it's normal for a woman to sometimes get more emotional than usual, or feel more just in general, and for her to have that ability, as you are still able to make sense and make her feel more chill about whatever is going on, is like this is what takes a woman's heart. Like a woman will want to be with you. She will want to love you if you show up for her, and you are able to make sense of shit, and you are able to be the one that is the most level-headed one, in a sense, right? So it doesn't mean that a woman can't do that. Obviously, you may have a time where you are having some form of emotional awakening, in a sense, or you have some form of realization, and your woman will be there to console you. But obviously, if you are in those feelings all day in, day out, and you can't make sense of reality, she gonna start seeing you as weak, because you are not able to confront those emotions yet, and you are still struggling with confronting certain parts of yourself. And so this struggle is something that you don't want to go through too long. You want to be direct about what you feel, and you want to be direct about what you do, and you want to be able to protect that which is dear and close to you, right? You don't want any person to come out of nowhere and take or to point a finger at a certain emotional state that you may be going through, right? So that's something that you as a man need to understand, is that you are more giving off, you are way more supposed to communicate and to show up for what you communicate, right? And your woman will always support you if you are able to provide, and if you are able to, in a sense, have some form of intellectual support and even physical support, that you can assure her that she can chill and that she can take care of your imaginations and your own ideas in the best way possible, without her having to put up a bunch of limits and boundaries around her, so you cannot reach to her, and you cannot tell her that she can't do something because she have been working more than you are, so that's something that you like have to understand, that obviously a woman may be emotionally immature, and she may be like stressing her ass off about some shit, but she's also reassuring that she is like, she's gonna worry about work, and she's gonna worry about paying the bills, so she doesn't have to worry about paying the bills and things like that, right? So that's mainly my point here, is that if you are in a spiritual ship with a woman, you have to understand that you have to be more consciously aware than her. You have to have some form of realistic perspective and thinking about the world, so then you can secure her security, in a sense, for her to feel safe around you, and be able, and for her to be able to take care of your kids, of your ideas, of your thoughts, and for her to be able to defend you, for her to be able to have some form of care, and genuine care, and imaginations about you and your success, right? Because a woman is very powerful, and a woman is a very, it's a way more emotional body than a man, you know. So a woman can take up way more feelings than a man. If a man starts to get too many feelings, it can start a fucking school shooting or some other shit, you know, that it's unnecessary, you know. And that's something that in many families doesn't exist. You can see that a man is like sitting in his couch and the woman is like working for jobs at a time to be able to pay the bills, and for your kid and all, for you as a kid. And just many men don't have the right role model to see what a real man is supposed to do, right? And so you as a man want to educate yourself on how can you use your vehicle in the best way possible. And this is a start. Okay, so hopefully this was not too mixed up. I know that men are way more logical, so more straight to the point. Obviously, I didn't went exactly straight to the point right away, because I talk round and round sometimes. So hopefully this was somewhat informational and interesting to watch. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and make sure to check my Linktree in the description for more content, as well as my amazing partner Esotericcloudsurfer as well. I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here. Stay amazing, unique, and individual. I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.